for more than a quarter mile out. What are you stopping for? You got the right of way, damn it. What's happening, A1? Welcome back to the Riding Blue channel. This is T, your host. Came out to run some errands, went to the bank right quick. Figured it'll be a good time to do a nighttime safety riding tip. There was a topic of discussion the other night. I was out, well, we was at the game, and the conversation about e-bikes came up. And nighttime riding came up, so naturally a few people asked me what I thought. So I gave them my top 5. Let's get my top 5 safety tips for riding at night. Go ahead and start with number 5. Number 5, I'm gonna say if you're riding at night, the best thing to do is plan your route. Really the best thing to do is try to pick a route that you're familiar with, first of all. And if you're not familiar with any routes leading to that destination, then you might want to do a little planning. And I think you should plan to be on roads that's well lit and with bike lanes. And if you can't be on roads that's well lit on that route, next thing to look for is one, you know, they got a lot of bike lanes and stuff like that. And if there's no bike lanes, I think you should jump in, you know, don't be shy about jumping in the middle, because you want to make yourself as big as possible on the bike. It's like almost being in the woods and seeing a bear. You want to make yourself as big as possible. Number 4, you want to make yourself as visible as possible. So you might want to wear bright colored clothing, don't wear dark clothing. You might want to wear reflective, you know, like a reflective jacket or something, or safety vest, something similar to that. Or you might even want to have reflectors on your bike or whatever, or even you could even use reflective tape. Also, BioMotion is good on the bike. Like if you have pedals and stuff like that, put a reflector on there. BioMotion is always good. Anything that moves on the bike is good to have a reflector on, or some kind of light or whatever. You could take it back old school also by putting reflectors on the wheels or whatever. But that's like BioMotion, because the wheels are turning or whatever. Yeah, number 3 applies to the daytime riding as well. If you're gonna ride in a group, I'm gonna suggest you riding like a single file. You should ride as one. So riding a single line or a single file or whatever, but ride as one. Should never be like, you know, part of the riding party on the right, the other part of the riding parties on the left, or crew or whatever. You're confusing the hell out of traffic that way, you know what I mean? So when riding in a group, always ride as one. Always stay in a single file when possible. Number 2, I'm gonna suggest investing in a good lighting system for your bike. I would suggest a nice headlight with a lot of lumens, many lumens as possible, tail light and brake light. I also like to have signal lights. Few people say signal lights aren't really necessary on the bike, but I like having them. I like communicating with the other drivers on the road fully, so I like having signal lights. I guess that comes down to a matter of preference. But I would suggest having signal lights also. Number one applies in the daylight as well as in the night. Number 1 is follow all road regulations, all rules and regulations on the road, all traffic laws. Stop at all red lights, yield to pedestrians in the crosswalk, yield the right of way, you know, stuff like that. And be precise. And also And also back as far as you know, be seen or whatever, you also want to be heard. So having when you put on that lighting system, put on a horn, nice horn with it, nice loud horn, so cars could hear you. You know, it's easier to creep up on a car really fast. You come up on cars really fast sometimes. You're traveling 30, and now some people have these souped up super e-bikes or whatever. So you're traveling real fast, so it's real easy to get up fast up on a car before they even notice you're coming. So a good horn, good loud horn, I would also recommend having on your e-bike or a bicycle for that matter. That's my top 5 tips for riding a bike at night. But you don't want to bedazzle anyone. Like I said before, you want to be careful. You don't want to bedazzle them. Like I know this headlight is really bright, so I don't like blinding the oncoming traffic, but they'll definitely see me coming. And I have a pretty bright tail light also with signal lights on it, and a brake light. From the front, I'll be seen for more than a quarter mile out, and from the back, I could be seen from about a quarter mile also. But yeah, you want to be seen. As much as you want to be seen at night, you kind of want to be heard unless you're creeping. That's another story. If you're creeping, that's another story. Yeah, I have to like riding my bike at night. My top 5 safety tips for riding at night. Warm out here, 47 degrees. It's got to be the warmest January on record, or one of them. But I'm guessing this is the warmest January on record. Most of the days was 50 in the 50s. Heck, I wonder if my 360 camera is still on. I don't see that light blinking and shit. They was waiting for me to move, I guess. Record and start. Got it. See, I know this road, but my bike feels kind of funny. Like, I gotta get used to this bike all over because I've been riding the Stealth. The Stealth Bomber Clone. That bike is a blast.